For fans of nu metal music, the name Fred Durst is undoubtedly familiar. He's not just an ordinary vocalist. Fred is a figure who blends music, lifestyle, and personal expression into one high-energy package. His charisma on stage is well known through his aggressive and attitude-driven rap rock style, combining emotional screams with sharp, intense rap flows. Durst is also known as a direct and expressive lyricist, often voicing the anger, unrest, and rebellion characteristic of youth in the late 1990s. In his creative process, Fred Durst often likens songwriting to assembling a puzzle of emotions, merging heavy beats, raw guitar riffs, and personal lyrics into a sonic explosion. His iconic appearance is just as striking. Loose t-shirts, baggy pants, and his signature backward red cap have made Fred a recognizable figure and a pop culture symbol of the early 2000s. More than just a frontman, Fred Durst is also recognized as a visionary behind the scenes. He directed several of his band's own music videos and even feature films, proving that his creativity extends far beyond the realm of music. All of this makes Fred Durst not only a vocalist, but also a multi-dimensional artist who helped shape Limp Bizkit's identity as one of the most iconic bands in the nu metal genre. Fred Durst, born on August 20th, 1970 as Frederick Allen Main III in Jacksonville, Florida, grew up in an environment full of change. When he was just 1 year old, his family moved to Orlando and later settled on a farm in Cherryville, North Carolina. His mother, Anita, changed Fred's name to William Frederick Durst after marrying Bill Durst, a local police officer. Not long after, the couple had a son named Corey Durst, Fred's half-brother. Fred's childhood was marked by bullying, experiences that would later inspire much of his lyrical content and musical expression. In 5th grade, his family moved again, this time to Gastonia, North Carolina, where he completed his education at Hunter Huss High School. From the age of 12, Fred showed a deep interest in breakdancing, hip-hop, punk rock, and heavy metal. He began experimenting with rap, beatboxing, DJing, and skateboarding. After serving 2 years in the U.S. Navy, he returned to Jacksonville to live with his father. There, he worked as a landscaper and tattoo artist, while developing the early ideas for a band that would fuse the power of rock and hip-hop. In 1994, Fred Durst began laying the foundation for what would become Limp Bizkit, teaming up with bassist Sam Rivers and his school friend John Otto, who took on the role of drummer. Soon after, Wes Borland joined as the guitarist. Durst intentionally chose the name Limp Bizkit because it sounded weird and offbeat. His goal was to provoke curiosity or even push people away, ensuring only true fans of their music would stick around. Limp Bizkit first gained recognition in the underground music scene, particularly after performing unique, heavy covers of George Michael's Faith and Paula Abdul's Straight Up. Their aggressive and distinct versions caught the attention of growing audiences. When the band Korn came to Durst's hometown as an opener for Sick of It All, Fred seized the opportunity and invited Korn's members to his home. During that meeting, he convinced Korn's bassist, Reginald Arvizu, to listen to some of Limp Bizkit's demos, including Pollution, Counterfeit, and Stalemate. Impressed by the material, Korn decided to take Limp Bizkit, who were still unsigned at the time, on tour as their opening act. This gave Limp Bizkit major exposure and helped them grow a wider fan base. Soon after, DJ Lethal, formerly of hip-hop group House of Pain, joined as the band's turntablist. Although conflicts arose between Durst and Wes Borland that led to Borland's temporary departure, he returned to the band not long afterward. In 1997, Limp Bizkit officially signed with Flip Records, an imprint under Interscope, and released their debut album, $3 Bill, Y'all. The album received a moderate response but was enough to solidify their place in the alternative music world. As the band's popularity soared, Durst began showing an interest in filmmaking and directing. He directed Limp Bizkit's music video for Faith, but was dissatisfied with the result. So he created a second version, featuring tour mates like Primus, Deftones, and Motley Crue, that better reflected his vision. Limp Bizkit reached the peak of their fame with the albums Significant Other and Chocolate Starfish and the Hot Dog Flavored Water. In June 1999, Fred Durst was appointed Senior Vice President of A&R at major label Interscope Records. In this role, he helped several bands land record deals, including Cold, Stained, Puddle of Mud, and She Wants Revenge. In June 2000, Limp Bizkit launched a tour sponsored by Napster, the controversial music file sharing platform that was accused of damaging the recording industry. Durst publicly supported the concept of file sharing. At that year's MTV Video Music Awards, Durst performed "Livin' It Up" alongside pop singer Christina Aguilera. The performance sparked backlash from some rock musicians, most notably Filter's frontman Richard Patrick, who felt the collaboration embarrassed the rock community. Durst, however, remained unfazed by the criticism. He argued that music shouldn't be confined by genre boundaries and expressed disappointment over such divisive attitudes. To Durst, cross-genre collaboration wasn't betrayal. It was a form of artistic freedom that enriched creativity. In addition to being a musician, Fred Durst made a surprising mark in the film industry, both as an actor and director. Behind his wild onstage persona, Durst revealed a calmer, more focused side when working behind the camera. He directed 3 feature films: The Education of Charlie Banks, The Long Shots, and The Fanatic. As an actor, he made his debut in Pauly Shore is Dead with a brief cameo. One of his most notable acting roles was in Population 436, a mysterious thriller where he played Deputy Bobby Kane, a security officer in a small town trapped by a disturbing belief system. The role showcased his acting ability and gained public attention. With a deep interest in visual arts, Fred Durst evolved into a figure who wasn't just loud in the music scene, but also serious and visionary in cinema. While his film career never reached the heights of his music success, it demonstrated a broader, more complex creative side. A multi-dimensional artist who refused to be boxed into a single identity. Fred Durst's turbulent childhood and emotional struggles deeply influenced the music he created with Limp Bizkit. He expressed disappointment when people used his work to justify bullying or hurting others. To him, music was meant to be an escape and a form of healing, not a weapon of hate. Feeling that his lyrics had been misinterpreted, Durst cited this as one of the main reasons the band decided to take a break from music, a reflective move that revealed a more sensitive and idealistic side to a musician, often misunderstood. During this hiatus, the members pursued individual projects while the band faced internal tension and unclear direction. Limp Bizkit officially reunited in 2009 with its classic lineup, including Wes Borland's return. That same year, they embarked on the Unicorns and Rainbows tour and began working on new material, eventually releasing Gold Cobra in 2011, marking their full return to the music scene. After more than a decade without a studio album, Limp Bizkit released Still Sucks on October 29, 2021. With this release, the band proved they still had what it takes, remaining relevant and entertaining both longtime fans and a new generation with their signature sound. Fred Durst is estimated to have a net worth of around $20 to $25 million, according to reports from media outlets such as ComingSoon.net, Celebrity Net Worth, and City Music. This wealth comes from various sources, primarily the commercial success of Limp Bizkit, which has sold over 40 million albums worldwide, global tours, as well as royalties and merchandise. Beyond music, Durst has also been active in the film industry as a director for The Education of Charlie Banks, The Long Shots, and The Fanatic, and has appeared as an actor in several films. He is also involved in business through his own record label, Flawless Records, which has signed several alternative rock bands. Durst has also invested in real estate, including buying and selling properties that have further strengthened his financial portfolio. In 2015, Durst listed his property in the Hollywood Hills for $1.645 million. The home was originally built in the 1920s and featured more than 3,000 square feet of living space along with a wine cellar. He had purchased the property a year earlier for $1.5 million. Built in 1926, the 3-bedroom villa sat on a 6,130 square foot lot with canyon views. A courtyard with a fireplace, antique tiles, and stone walls added to the charm of this Spanish-style property. In 2018, wildfires that swept through California had a major impact on Fred Durst. His home was destroyed by the fire, causing him to lose almost all of his personal belongings. Not only Durst's possessions, but also equipment belonging to Limp Bizkit's guitarist Wes Borland was lost in the blaze. In May 2021, Durst purchased a new home worth $3 million in West Hollywood. This new property is larger and more luxurious, marking an upgrade in his lifestyle compared to the previous one. The house spans more than 4,000 square feet and was built in 1925, having undergone renovations that maintained its classic charm with modern touches. The property reflects Durst's taste for historical aesthetics combined with comfort. Located in an exclusive celebrity neighborhood, the house offers both privacy and convenient access to entertainment hubs and the upscale lifestyle typical of WeHo. Fred Durst's vehicle collection reflects a blend of classic luxury taste and an appreciation for technological innovation. He is known to own a Mercedes-Benz E-Class W211, a sedan renowned for its signature German comfort and performance. He also drives a Mercedes-Benz E-Class Coupe, a sleek and stylish car that aligns with his confident public persona. For daily activities and long-distance travel, Durst opts for a GMC Yukon Denali, a powerful SUV known for its cargo capacity and rugged reliability. Additionally, his ownership of both a Tesla Model S and a Tesla Model X highlights his attention to environmentally friendly technological advancements. Taken together, this collection underscores Durst's discerning taste in vehicles, choosing models that are not only functional, but also representative of his lifestyle and interest in innovation and modern technology. Fred Durst, the frontman of Limp Bizkit, has experienced a love life full of ups and downs throughout his career. His first marriage took place while he was still serving in the Navy when he married Rachel Turgeson in 1990. The marriage resulted in the birth of their daughter, Adriana, but ended 3 years later following reports of domestic issues. In 2001, he was in a relationship with actress Jennifer Thayer, with whom he had a son named Dallas Durst. In 2009, Durst married again, this time to Esther Nazarov. However, the marriage was short-lived, lasting only 3 months. Later, in 2012, he married Ukrainian makeup artist Ksenia Beryazyna in a secret ceremony in San Diego, which only became public knowledge in 2015. Their relationship ended after nearly 6 years, with Durst filing for divorce in September 2018. The divorce was finalized in 2019 and included spousal support arrangements, including monthly payments and division of assets. Most recently, in 2022, Fred Durst married for the 4th time to a woman named Arles, better known as Mrs. D, on her private Instagram. They were officially married in Los Angeles County, though the exact date was not disclosed. Their relationship became more public when Durst brought Arles on stage during a May 2022 concert, dancing with her while singing Careless Whisper. Fred Durst's romantic journey reflects the often turbulent and searching nature of a rock star's life, marked by failed marriages, new beginnings, and ultimately finding someone who now shares the stage and life with him. Durst adopted a plant-based diet around 2013 and has maintained it for over a decade. In an interview with Flipboard, he openly identified himself as a vegan, though he admitted to occasional slip-ups, not out of boredom, but as a way to allow himself some flexibility in the process. Fred Durst was immortalized as a video game character in the early 2000s, making him one of the rare musicians to become playable in the digital world. He appeared as an unlockable character in WWF SmackDown Just Bring It and WWF Raw as part of a licensing deal involving Limp Bizkit's song Rollin', used for The Undertaker's entrance theme. He also showed up as a surprise fighter in the game Fight Club, a character choice that was both unexpected and iconic. His appearances across these games reflect Fred Durst's cultural influence during his peak years, even extending into gaming consoles. Beyond that, Durst has had a long-standing love for skateboarding, which began in his youth. He grew up in an environment rich in hip-hop and b-boy culture, with skateboarding forming part of his identity long before he became a famous musician. Interestingly, in his later years, Durst began exploring a new hobby, playing golf. In the same Flipboard interview, he mentioned that he was learning the sport, humbly admitting he was bad at it. These hobbies reveal a colorful side of Fred Durst, a rocker who stays true to his street culture roots, embraces technology, and isn't afraid to step outside his comfort zone to try something new. Fred Durst's tough guy persona on screen is nothing more than a role. In real life, he's known as a friendly and kind-hearted individual.